Your blood is boiling. Your heart is pounding. Someone just cut you off in traffic, insulted your work, or left you on read, and you can feel that raw, explosive anger starting to take over. You're in the red zone, just seconds away from saying or doing something you know you'll regret. We've all been there. It's that moment where you give away your peace and your power to someone or something that isn't worth it. In that moment, you become a slave to your emotions. The Roman philosopher Seneca had a great way of putting it. He called anger a temporary madness, a state where we completely abandon reason. And the worst part, the regret that always follows. The apologies you have to make, the relationships you have to mend, the damage you have to undo. As the Emperor Marcus Aurelius pointed out, the fallout from our own anger is often far more painful than whatever caused it in the first place. But what if there was an ancient principle, a mental switch developed by some of history's greatest thinkers, that could help you kill that anger before it takes control? There is. It's a profound but simple idea that has been tested for over 2,000 years, and modern science is finally catching up to prove how effective it is. It's a core Stoic principle, and it's the secret to taking back your power in any situation. By the end of this video, you won't just have a new idea, you'll have a practical tool you can use today to reclaim your calm and become the master of your emotional world. So, what is this ancient principle? At the heart of Stoic philosophy is a deceptively simple idea. Epictetus, a man who was born a slave and became a legendary teacher, summed it up perfectly: some things are up to us, and some are not up to us. That's it. That's the entire framework. It's a mental filter you can apply to every single situation you face. Modern thinkers often call this the dichotomy of control. Think of it like this: in any given moment, you divide the world into two categories. In one category are the things you have absolute, 100% control over. In the other, everything else. So what's in your control? The Stoics were crystal clear on this. You control your own thoughts, your judgments, your choices, and your actions. You control how you decide to respond to what happens. This is your inner world, the fortress of your mind, and no one gets in without your permission. What's not in your control? Pretty much everything else. You don't control the weather, the economy, or what other people say, think, or do. You don't control your boss's bad mood or the fact that your flight just got delayed. These are external events, and getting mad at them is like shouting at the rain to stop. It's a complete waste of energy. Now, not every ancient philosopher agreed on this. Aristotle, for example, thought a little anger could be useful. But the Stoics saw it as a poison, and they argued that anger almost always comes from one fundamental mistake: we try to control what we can't, and we forget to control what we can. We get angry because we believe people should be polite, that traffic should flow smoothly, that life should be fair. The Stoic insight is that our suffering doesn't come from the event itself, but from our judgment about it. The anger isn't in the traffic jam, it's in your belief that the traffic jam is a personal injustice. This principle is the tool that breaks that cycle. The first and most powerful way to use this principle is with something we can call the Stoic pause. Seneca, one of the great Stoic writers, said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." He urged us to ask anger to wait for a moment, not to forgive what happened, but to give ourselves time to form a clear judgment. Think about what happens in your body when you get angry. Your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, hijacks your rational mind. It floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline, prepping you for a fight. This happens in a split second, way before the logical part of your brain has a chance to even boot up. This is that temporary madness Seneca was talking about. The Stoic pause is the simple, intentional act of creating a space between that trigger and your response. In that space, you give your rational mind a chance to step in. This isn't about suppressing your anger, it's about making a conscious choice. Let's make this real. Someone sends you a rude email. The anger sparks, your heart rate picks up, your face feels hot. Your immediate impulse is to fire back a nasty reply. But instead, you pause. You take one deep breath. You can even channel your inner Marcus Aurelius and remember his sentiment that sometimes, the best answer is no answer at all. In this pause, you apply the principle. You ask yourself, what's in my control right now, and what isn't? The email they sent and their choice to send it are completely outside your control. You can't unring that bell. Getting angry about it is pointless. What is in your control? Your response. Your judgment. You can choose to see their email as a declaration of war, or you can see it as information about their state of mind, not yours. Maybe they're having a terrible day. Maybe they're just a clumsy communicator. By pausing, you take back the driver's seat from your emotions. You stop being a reactor and become a responder. You can choose to ignore the email, reply calmly later, or address it in person. You are now in command. The anger, starved of the fuel of a thoughtless reaction, starts to fade. That pause is your first line of defense. Once you've created that space with a pause, the next step is to actively change your perception. As Epictetus taught, people are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. This idea is so powerful that it became a cornerstone of modern psychology. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has its roots right here in Stoic thought. Anger isn't caused by what happens, it's caused by the story you tell yourself about what happens. Let's go back to that person who cut you off in traffic. The automatic story is, that jerk. They disrespected me, put me in danger, and they think they're more important than everyone else. This story is a judgment, and it's a story guaranteed to make you furious. It casts you as the victim and them as the villain. Now, let's use our principle to reframe the story. They're driving. Not in your control. Their personality. Definitely not in your control. But the story you tell yourself about it. That is 100% yours. So, what if you told yourself a different story? A Stoic reframe might sound like this: wow, that person is in a huge hurry. Maybe they're rushing to the hospital. Or maybe they're just so caught up in their own stress they didn't even see me. This isn't about letting them off the hook, it's about detaching your ego from their actions. You realize their behavior is about them, not you. Marcus Aurelius took this even further. He would remind himself that expecting a world without rude or foolish people is just setting yourself up for disappointment. It's like expecting gravity not to exist. You should expect to encounter flawed human beings. Seeing their behavior as a predictable, if annoying, part of life removes the shock and personal injustice that fuels rage. When you reframe the event from a personal insult to an impersonal observation, the anger has no story to cling to, and it dissolves. This brings us to a more advanced, and incredibly powerful, strategy: proactive empathy. Anger often comes from a failure of imagination. We see an action, we judge it as malicious, and we react. The Stoics would say we're rushing to a conclusion without all the evidence. Seneca had a great tip: when someone's mistake makes you angry, try to remember all the times you've done something similar. When someone is impatient, remember the days you've been irritable. It's like Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You've made plenty of your own mistakes, you're not so different from them." This isn't about condoning bad behavior, it's about recognizing a shared humanity. It builds a bridge of understanding where anger would build a wall. Think of a coworker who keeps missing deadlines, making you angry. The immediate story is that they're lazy or disrespectful. The Stoic approach is to pause that judgment and get curious. What could be going on that you can't see? Are they caring for a sick parent? Are they buried under a workload you don't know about? Are they struggling with anxiety? Again, apply the principle, their performance isn't in your direct control. But your assumptions about them are. By choosing to consider other possibilities, you replace anger with something more constructive, like compassion or curiosity. Instead of attacking them with, "Why are you always late?" you can approach them with, "Hey, I've noticed things seem challenging lately. Is everything okay?" This approach not only works better to solve the actual problem, but it completely short-circuits the anger that would have just wasted your energy. As Marcus Aurelius noted, kindness can be an irresistible force. These aren't just New Age life hacks. These ideas have been pressure-tested for over 2 millennia by everyone from emperors to prisoners of war. They are just as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. The core lesson is this: your anger is not something that happens to you, it is something you participate in. And you can always choose to stop participating. The next time you feel that fire rising, remember this core principle. Ask yourself, is this in my control? If the answer is no, if it's another person's behavior, a past event, or some external problem, then practice letting it go. It isn't yours to carry. Your freedom comes not from controlling the world, but from controlling your response to it. If the answer is yes, if it is your own thoughts, judgments, or actions, then focus all your energy there. Take the Stoic pause. Reframe the story you're telling yourself. Practice a little empathy. Choose to respond with your best self, not with mindless rage. This is the ultimate form of personal power. It is the difference between being a slave to every minor irritation and being the calm, unshakable master of your own mind. You have the tool. It's an ancient principle, tested by time, and it is yours to use. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more practical philosophy for modern life. And feel free to share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Now go, and reclaim your peace.